Let's do this. There we go. My hat looks dusty today. My hat looks... Alright, let's get my battery pack set up. The wiring. I'm outside today because it's spring. We're getting into spring. We let the spring spring. There shouldn't be any dust in the closet. I store my hat in the closet. There should not be any dust in the closet. Oh wow, I love this. I love the clouds. I love being able to look across the street. So let's see how many people I can entertain today. I have my lemon flavored drink. There we are. Fritos corn chips. I'm not getting paid to do that. I'm not getting paid to talk about Fritos. I'm not getting paid to talk about Fritos. I could be. I could be sponsored by Fritos. Greetings. I've started another stream. Drink from my stream. Come and drink from my stream. The sun is making it a little hard for me to... There we go. I can read that. It's snap time. Oh. That seems to raise my vibration when I sing. Oh. I become aware of my energy centers when I go, oh. Maybe that's how I should open each of my streams. Oh. It reminds me of the gateway experience. I'm gonna have to put that higher up. You have to scroll down pretty far on my community page. When you go to my channel and click on community, you can find the gateway experience. It talks about an energy conversion box. And you imagine your energy conversion box, and it is strong enough to contain and hold anything you put into it. And then you put in it all of your physical matter, worries, and concerns. And then you close the heavy lid, which is very helpful. And then one of the mantra, I guess, is, I am more than my physical body. That's what I think we need to be aware of. I am more than my physical body. I am more than my physical body. And then they do an energy resignation. Theirs is just, in that sound. But for me, it seems like, I feel better just doing that. Like if I'm walking in the woods or walking through the park, you probably get some weird looks, but you just go, because sound has an effect. It has an effect on things. It has an effect on you. Just sound. Like the monks, Om, Om, Om. They say that was the first evidence of God, was sound. There was sound. God exists, but then there's God in action. The Golden Book of Saint Germain talks about that. That's also on my community page. If you come to my channel, click on community, you'll see it's the Golden Book of Saint Germain, and my brain just froze. My brain just froze. He talks about God in action. Nice hat, thank you. I've got to get a duster, maybe an air hose, so I can blow off. You can see this dust on my hat. I stored in my closet. There shouldn't be any dust in my closet. I wear many hats. Today I'm feeling magical. So I decided to put on my G'day. So there's Alex and Bill. I told you I was going to start a stream today. I'm going to see how many corn chips I can eat while I'm sitting here talking. Out here in the wilderness. Now that I have these battery packs, I can go just about anywhere. It is a nice day. It's quite nice. So it's like probably 6 o'clock in Britain. Or, wait a minute, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1800. I'm doing pretty good. I'm learning the opposite of depression. That's one thing that's interesting. To me, I think depression is a choice. You can choose to think about what depresses you. That's why I'm outside. I get happier when I'm outside, when I'm breathing fresh air, taking in vitamin D from the sun. So I guess we're snacking together. I did a show once called Snackin' with Ed, and sometimes people would join. I like watching all the blooming going on, all the blossoming. There are a lot of white petals, or flower petals on the trees, and red. I see some trees that have red leaves on them. I remember a show called Time Bandits. There was a movie called Time Bandits. And I think it was a joke. They talked about a pink funkadoo. There was a tree called a pink funkadoo. I think that's funny to say. Pink funkadoo. I think it's referring to ladies' parts, the pink funkadoo. I need to watch Time Bandits again. Time Bandits was it was about all these little people that were thieves. They would go through time and steal things, which is a pretty good idea. You can get a lot more money for antiques, a lot more money for things that, like you can get Napoleon's hat or Alexander's sword, and say, here, this is Alexander's sword. How much do you want for it? Or how much will you give me for it? The world was made for us and us for it. You know what? That is a good way to if you realize that the choices we make, we can make a choice to treat each other well, to look after one another, contribute to each other's mental health. And yes, we can. I think lately we've just been doing the wrong things. We're choosing to do the wrong things. This world is built on psychopathy instead of empathy. Because there's very little empathy. And I think we need more empathy. We need to let people live. If you just let people live, I think the world would be a much better place. We can do that. This world is a plentiful place. We need to start letting things grow. Every plant, every creature. The ecosystem was very cleverly designed. Our ecosystem. It's built to withstand the weather and the changes of the seasons. But mankind does a lot of things to disrupt, They do a lot of things to destroy. Destruction happens on so many levels, Physical destruction, mental destruction, emotional destruction. I think that's what it is our default. Our default is to become stressed out, to let ourselves be oppressed. I think that's why a lot of people are panicking. A lot of people are suffering from anxiety and depression because we're allowing ourselves to be oppressed. And I think there would be a lot less problems with our bodies, with our minds, everything. And that's what I'm learning also. They do, and for what? Do they really? It's all about the ego. A dictator has people backing him up, And if we stop backing up dictators, if we'd stop backing up the wrong people, but what's horrible is the power they're given. Nobody has power. They're given power, or they take power. If you look throughout history, Genghis Khan, who else? Hitler. They're all these Spider-Man, those Spider-Man, yeah. I think that's what it is and it's scary, because dictators can have you killed, they can have you put in prison, That's why from time to time we do have uprisings. We had in history the Bolshevik Revolution. We have the French Revolution. And it's because people stop taking it after a while. People say, hey, I don't want to live like this anymore. We have that tolerance, and these uprisings happen. People get like Nero, like Caligula, like Julius. I think Julius. A lot of Roman emperors were assassinated. A lot of people, their own people turned on them. That's what happened to Hitler. A lot of the Germans didn't like the Nazis after a while. You know, and it's the lie that they were being told. The angle, you know. A lot of us are being told lies. A lot of us are creating things that we don't even know we're creating. That's why we all need to slow down and listen to our intuition. Listen to how we're feeling about things. It's interesting how our unconscious mind, our subconscious mind communicates with us. Thank you. Even though it's got a little dust on it. I guess if you have a top hat, you should have an airbrush. If you have a top hat, people have hat boxes. They store their hat in a hat box. And that keeps it fresh and clean. And what we're saying to ourselves has a big impact. If we all remember what abracadabra means I create as I speak. And a lot of us are creating as we speak. We are creating as we speak. When we speak to ourselves, you can say things aloud or to yourself. Whatever we say after I am. I think Neville Goddard and Saint Germain, or the Count of Saint Germain. I think that's what it is. Yeah, the Count of Saint Germain. He was known as an immortal. He has a lot of good advice. Again, if you go to my Coco. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just, that's right. You know what? And also, the Hindis, they say that too. You know, it was created with words. And that's a Hebrew. You know, abracadabra comes from the Hebrew phrase, I create as I speak. So, be careful what you say. Be careful. Don't say that. You know, people say, don't say that. And it's amazing, every idle word, you know. You have to wait for those words you've already spoken to come to pass, and then start speaking new words. We're going to have to pray for Coco. Alex had a stomach issue. I wonder if Alex is okay. We've been praying, I guess. We'll see what the results of those prayers are. The power of prayer. Prayer is words. We're speaking words to God, the all. With words. I think that's what it is we don't realize how valuable words are. How the Bible says that words hold the power of life and death. So yeah, I think we should be paying more attention to what we say about our lives, what we say about ourselves, what we say about other people. Because it goes to that Hermetic Principle, so within, so without. As above, so below. As below, so above. That it's the principle of correspondence. What we say is going to correspond. What we actually think all the time. I've been looking at thoughts as a blueprint. You know, whenever we think something, it's a command. When we say things, it's a command. Ajna, that's a word, ajna. Ajna means to command. They actually say the third eye chakra is the ajna chakra. So yeah, whenever we're thinking of something, the universe is obeying our commands. Whenever we say something, the universe just obeys us. Good, bad, indifferent. Whatever we say, it's like, and manifestation is that fast. As soon as like me sitting in this chair, this is a manifestation of what I was thinking. I actually was going to sit in that room today and talk to you all. And I said, started thinking, I'm going to go outside. And now here I am, sitting outside. I think there's a lot of validity to that. I think the perfect Rome, forgiven, and made his way into God's kingdom. Who is Rome? Oh, I got to read slower. I hope the perfect of Rome, forgiven, and made his way into the kingdom of heaven. Did I read that right? The kingdom of heaven is within us. Know ye not that you are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwells within you? It's good to hear from Coco again. It is the perfect. I got to stop slouching. I notice when I slouch, I can't breathe very well. I'm not breathing as much. Oh, okay, yeah. The Romans crucified him. Oh, he is the ruler of Rome. Yeah. Because they brought him before Pontius Pilate. They cried out for Barabbas. And they released Barabbas, but they didn't release Jesus. And then he was crucified. There was King Herod. King Herod was king around that time. I forgot who the emperor was. The emperor was in Christ's time. A lot of things that Jesus said, if we would just do what Jesus said, I think Jesus will come back when we're ready to receive him. Right now, I don't think we're ready to receive him. We killed him the last time. When he came here the first time, Julius. Okay, Julius. All right. Thank you for that. Julius was assassinated, wasn't he? You too, Brutus? Julius? Julius. That's where July came from. They named July after Julius. Who was it? Not Tiberius. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was a very good Roman emperor. We could follow his example. He got through some tough times. Marcus Aurelius. There were a lot of really good Roman emperors. And I think some of the problems came when they started lining their aqueducts with lead. They used lead in their wine making. Lead, mercury, things like that poison, caused people to go crazy. That's why we had crazy emperors. Elagabalus was an emperor nobody talks about. He was a crazy guy too. Elagabalus and Nero and Caligula. I think it was in the wine. Maybe it was in the wine that they were drinking. How the wine was prepared. I don't think anybody knows about Elagabalus. He was a crazy guy. Caligula had a lot of stories about him. Elected a horse for Senate. He would throw gold. I think Elagabalus did that too. They would throw gold out the windows and watch people fight over it for entertainment. Throwing Christians to the lions. So how's everybody doing today? Julius Caesar. Who said that? Was Julius? I really don't know. I'll have to see. Because you have to go through that timeline. Who exactly was? But then again, I'm going on my memory, my 55-year-old memory. The lips of wisdom are closed, except to the ears of understanding. The teacher will appear when the student is ready. Yeah. Isn't gold over $2,000 an ounce now? That's the price of gold now is like over $2,000 an ounce. The price of gold has gone up. I remember it was like around $1,000. So it would have been a good idea to buy gold and hold on to it. I am 55. Oh, thank you for that. I don't look a day over 40. I think a lot of it's our mental health. Because there are a lot of things that can age you. You know, your life can age you. Your environment can age you. So I guess take it easy so you don't age so fast. Hold on loosely, but don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. Give me something to believe in and a whole lot of space to breathe in. You see it all around you, good loving gone bad. Usually it's too late when you realize what you had. Never get rid of unless... That's right. People say that a lot. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Yeah, nostalgia, novelty items, just unusual things. There was a show called American Pickers on the History Channel, and they would just go to people's houses and they would negotiate with them or bargain with them see how much they would. People will people pay a lot for things, oddities like Elvis's guitar, Jimi Hendrix's guitar. So yeah, if you acquire something, hang on to it because you never know how much it's going to be worth. And then make sure you don't hoard. Hoarding is disturbing. When people hoard, I think that happens in just about they say that's a symptom of depression or traumatic experience. People begin to hoard. Yeah, the Antique Roadshow. Sometimes the Antique Roadshow is kind of interesting. That and American Pickers. These two guys just get into a vehicle and they drive around and they negotiate. Yeah, it went for 25 cents back then. Millions of dollars. Also, when people go to, what are they called? Those garage sales, yard sales. A lot of jewelry that's really expensive. They go to a garage sale or a yard sale and they purchase like a $5 ring just because they think it's cool, and then they have it appraised and it's worth much more than that. That's luck. There was a guy that got the world's largest pearl and he put it under his bed for a good luck charm, and his house burnt down, and they found out that this pearl, this thing he had under his bed was a pearl, one of the world's largest pearls. It was a few $1,000,000. One guy had a meteor crash through his roof, and it was worth $2 million. So it's like, wow, that's lucky, isn't it? People say there's no such thing as luck, but there's so many examples of luck. I was watching a guy walk down a sidewalk. There was a video of a guy walking down a sidewalk, and a sheet of glass just barely missed him. I don't know if other people have seen that. Guy was just walking down the street in a city, and a sheet of glass came down and just barely missed him. Oh, there was also this, they called him the baby catcher. There was a guy who, a baby fell out of a window and hit him, and it saved the baby's life. And he walked again down the street, and another baby hit him. He was called the baby catcher. Could you imagine that? You're in the right spot at the right time, and you can save a baby's life just by where you're at. That actually happened. There's trying to think of other examples of just sheer luck. I mean, wow. Like this, I think I told this story before. This guy paid $5 for a bottle of orange juice, and his wife sent him back because she thought it was too expensive, and he used that money to buy a lottery ticket, and the lottery ticket won him a few $1,000,000. I wish I could remember better. I wish I could remember better. Could you imagine that? Your wife goes, that orange juice is too expensive. And you go home. You too. And we'll keep praying for you. It's not right that we be sick. Take all the medications, I guess. That's what the doctors say. Take your medications. Hopefully they can find out the cause of the illness. Coco's also said she was, or he was, who Coco? Coco said that she was ill. Wasn't that Coco? Coco popped in. Oh, she's alive. She's alive and ill. So hopefully these illnesses will stop. Yes, get well. Get well. Get better. We need to be well. It's not good that we be ill. Yeah, at least not in the U.S. I'm noticing the bugs are coming out. I'm seeing little bees flying around, or big bumblebees. That's capitalism. The downside of capitalism. Capitalizing on your health. Doctors don't make the decisions. The insurance companies do. Doctors know what is best for you, but the insurance companies make the final decision. They'll pay for the generic drugs, the generic medications. Bees. Yep, there's some bees out here. They don't bother me none. We have carpenter bees here in Georgia. There's bees that chew holes into the wood. Big hole. They're bumblebees. They're black bees, and they chew into the wood. Like if you have a porch, the bees will chew holes into the wood. Oh, Wicker Man. It's amazing that we're alive, that we're even alive. It's crazy that right after COVID, they decide to awaken inflation, and it's like, really? After all these businesses have suffered because of COVID? It's hard to talk and eat Fritos at the same time. I'm curbing my hunger, curbing my appetite by eating Fritos. Tonight I think I'm going to have chili cheese fries. Tomorrow we need to do some shopping. It gives an excuse to get outside or get out of the house. That's what's sad about money. If you don't have a lot of it, you're kind of homebound. Multitasking, that's right. My task is to talk and to eat. My two tasks right now. Sitting, talking, and eating. That's my multitask. Multitask. Was that on the Fifth Element? Liludalis multipass. Liludalis multitask. Eddie boy multitask. That's what we need to do. We need to be in shape, but not in the shape of a pear, not in the shape of a pumpkin. We need to be in shape, the shape of a person. Wow, this is nice. It looks like the sun has a halo around it today. Homemade chili cheese fries. I like the homemade chili. No, I like the homemade chili cheese fries. I like baking them. I like to bake the fries because they're the frozen French fries. No, we're not. You know. And the body pays the price too for poor eating habits, poor diet. Because our legs were only meant to support so much weight. And a lot of people, yeah, it really, and diabetes, all these other conditions that are caused by poor eating habits. I get into the habit of eating, but I choose, only eat when you're hungry. And stop eating when you're not hungry anymore. I was fatter. I used to be a fat guy. I had some pictures that scared me. Pictures of myself next to the swimming pool. I said, wow, I look like a pumpkin. Be in the shape of Charles Atlas. Be in the shape of Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the shape of a regular guy. Sometimes they say it's your thyroid. Sometimes they say our metabolism. We need to be in sync with our metabolism. Chunkier. There we go. He's not fat. He's chunky. He's a little chunky. I remember the Goonies, the Truffle Shuffle. That guy got fit in his later years. The guy who played Chunk. Yeah, Chunk. Josh Brolin. You ever watched No Country for Old Men? He was also in the Goonies. What was that other show? There was that Grindhouse feature. Planet Terror. That's what it was. Planet Terror. What, Planet Terror? Or No Country for Old Men? Or Goonies? He's the same age as I am. Josh Brolin. It's like I guess he's part of my alumni or whatever you call it. My age group. Louie C.K. is around my age too. I was born in 68. I think he was born in 69. I always like listening to his interviews. Sometimes he's on the Joe Rogan show. There's another guy. I always like watching his stand-up too. Louie C.K. You know what? I think they should have more classes. Oh, you've seen all of them. Okay. Planet Terror. You know, Javier, the guy who played the psychopath or sociopath, they say his depiction was very accurate. They had psychiatrists watch No Country for Old Men, and he was very good at playing the sociopath. I think a psychopath, sociopath. Yeah. Cunt ass deer, something like that. When he hit the deer, yeah. And the deer started going, started trying to get off the side of the road. I have some of his CDs. When I'm driving around, I'll have a CD in my car. I'll play a CD. Most people are dead right now. The only thing you have in common is you're just facing the same direction. You know. I like the bit he did about eat a bag of dicks. Or no, he says suck a bag of dicks. I wonder if I can say that. This is not made for children. He also did a bit about what was it? The Cinnabons. I'm now eating a Cinnabon at the airport I arrived at. Yeah. His dad avoided the Holocaust. I think it was his dad. During World War II, he left and went to Mexico, and that's how his Louis C.K. speaks Spanish, and he was telling the story about his dad leaving World War II, or leaving Germany, I guess, and living in Mexico, because they weren't killing Jews there. Yeah, he was talking about that. He's made quite a few stand-up shows lately. Yeah, there's some that I still have on DVD. DVD. I have a DVD and CDs. It used to be Louis C.K. because yeah, but we say Louis C.K. because C and K are in how you say it in Spanish. He had a show called Life with Louie and Lucky Louie, or something like that. Lucky Louie. You know the girl who played his wife. She does the what's that? King of the Hill. Bobby. She does the voice for Bobby Hill. That very same girl who was in Lucky Louie. I always like watching King of the Hill. They're very moving. Those stories with Hank Hill, Bobby, and Dale Gribble. I think I already said that. Dale Gribble, the guy who played Dale Gribble, he passed away recently. I don't know, Dad. I don't know, Dad. I like listening to Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill. I think if I had a little practice, I could sound like Bobby Hill. Yeah. They had not only camps in Germany, they had camps in Poland also. That's all part of Europe. Russia and Germany are pretty close together. Russia, Germany, Poland. Belarus is part of Russia. The Ukraine used to be part of the Soviet Union. Then it became a country, a sovereign country. And then Vladimir wanted him to... Yeah. He had a wide range of hatred. He had a term called useless eaters. You know, like people who had handicaps. There's a lot of cruel dictators. Joseph Stalin killed more people than Hitler did. They don't even like in Russia. They don't have any statues of Joseph Stalin. They didn't like Joseph Stalin. But he doesn't get all the press because he was on our side. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Russia did quite a bit to stop the Nazis. That was a big case of payback. A big case of payback. The Germans tried to... they did not acknowledge their truces. Because they were trying to negotiate peace between Russia and Germany. But then Germany went in there and started... they just wanted to take over. What was that country? Today Poland, tomorrow the world. That was his attitude. He just wanted to take over. Yeah. Oh yeah. I keep hearing that. It's like, but they didn't say much about that because he was one of our allies. Him and Churchill, Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the one who came to America and said, you guys, we need to do something about this. They're going to keep advancing. Because we did not want to get into another war, or the U.S. The U.S. didn't, Delano Roosevelt, we did not want to get into war. And then we were kind of dragged in, or pulled into it in a way, I think. Because we had Churchill coming to us, and then we were attacked by the Japanese. In 1941, the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and that's when we got involved on the Asian front, and then on the European theater. We started fighting the war before it got to us, because they had already taken over France. They actually commandeered the French Navy. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. They commandeered the French ships and everything. And Churchill said, "Hey, we gotta get busy on this because otherwise they're going to do that to us too." That's what you get when you watch the History Channel. You start the brutality of mankind. I guess the world is kind of a patchwork of war and peace. War just means we're making new weapons. We need time to stop fighting so we can make new weapons. We need to stop fighting so that we can reload. And then once we're ready, peace is a war break. That's what I look at it as. Peace is, we're just taking a break from war so that we can repopulate, reload, think of new ways to kill each other. That made me laugh just now. Peace is a war break. We're not at peace. We're just taking a war break. We're not at peace. We're taking a war break. God damn it. We need to make new bombs. We need to make more bombs. We need to make more tanks. and landmines and shit like that. Like, we're not at peace. We're taking a war break. It's like we're lucky to be alive. That's all I can say. If you're alive right now and they're not digging shrapnel out of you, you're not dying of some poisonous gas or biological warfare weapon, if you're not dying of a disease, you're pretty lucky. You're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So I guess, okay. I know, it's like, even in nature, you know, you got bees trying to kill other bees and ant battles and orangutans are pretty peaceful. They're very chill. Orangutans are very chill. Orangutans and gorillas. Orangutans and gorillas are pretty chill, but chimpanzees are bastards. They're assholes. They'll tear you apart. They'll bite your face off. They'll yank off your willy. And it's like, holy cow, you chimpanzees. Tarzan had a chimpanzee, and it bit him in the face. It bit his chin. But then again, the more you study chimpanzees and the behavior of chimpanzees, we act like chimpanzees. Chimpanzees? We're acting like... Anyway, I hate that when I get an interruption. You're interrupting my stream. I'm streaming right now. You all are behaving like chimpanzees. And then the chimpanzees say, you are behaving like humans. You're better than that.
Jupiter time.
Are we having fun yet? Seems like Alex is the only one joining me today. Looks like I see a 2 up there. I'm looking forward to when I have at least... Oh, Bill is here. You're back. All right. All right, cool. All right, I like that. I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better now. I like that Alanis Morissette song. Ironic. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? Have you ever considered the words to that song? It's like rain on your wedding day, a free ride and you already paid. Good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought? It figures. Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly, packed his suitcase, kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And when the plane crashed down, he said, "Isn't this nice? It's like rain on your wedding day. A free ride when you already paid. Good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought? It figures." I like that harmonica part. What was that? Let me see if I can play that. I want to play that. It's like rain on your wedding day, a free ride, and you already paid. Good advice that you just didn't take. There we go. I did it. Yay! Yay, Eddie. Yay! I want to go to Hawaii. Yay! You ever watch Crank Yankers? You can look. Crank Yankers is on YouTube. Hello, Niall Standish here. I always like those Niles Standish. It's puppets. It's all puppets making crank calls. Another one is the Jerky Boys. The Jerky Boys is also on YouTube. Yay, I want to go to Hawaii. Yay. Red makes me poop. That was Special Ed. Remember Special Ed? He was that kid with the football helmet on. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Hello, Niles Standish here. I need someone to wash my backside. I need someone to wash it with care and alarm. Oh, I gotta watch some more Crank Yankers. Da, 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 da. So now I have no one. I have 0. There's 0 likes and 0 people. Yay, I got 0 likes. Yay. Yay. I guess no one's here. Yay. Yay, I got nobody here. Yay. Unless somebody had to go to the bathroom. Did you have to go to the bathroom? Hey, lady. Did you have to go to the bathroom? I guess it's pretty late over there in the UK. I guess our prayers worked. Bill is feeling better now. That's our testimony. And we were made overcomers by the words of our testimony. My harmonica smells like Fritos now. My harmonica smells like Fritos. Where did everybody go? Where did everybody go? I got nobody. Yay! I like the classics. Rocking and fucking rolling and fucking rocking and fucking rolling. He is here to kick your fucking ass, and you know his name is Kyle Gass. Rocking and fucking rolling and fucking rocking and fucking rolling. How does that song go? I do not need a microphone. My voice is fucking powerful. Oh. I did not mean to blow your mind. That shit happens to me all the time. Oh. That's probably where I got that from. Oh. Oh. I did not mean to blow your mind. That shit happens to me all the time. Oh. I better not cuss too loud. There might be some kids around. There might be some kids around. I don't want an upset parent. Did you just say fucking rocking and fucking rolling? I think I'm skipping notes. Abracadabra, abracadabra, abracadabra. My life is wonderful. My life is wonderful. My life is wonderful. I've noticed there's an effect when we say things 3 times. When you say things 3 times, it has a magical effect. It feels good to have. That's a good thing to say to yourself. It feels good to have. It feels good to have $1 million. $1 million. $1 million. I'm going to get that Dr. Evil voice down. That makes Dr. Evil angry. And when Dr. Evil gets angry, Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset. And when Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset, people die. Will Ferrell was in that movie. He played Mustafa. He was the one that was burnt a couple of times. That makes Dr. Evil angry. When I get angry, when Dr. Evil gets angry, Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset. And when Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset, people die. Let me know in the comments if that sounds like Dr. Evil. Does that sound like Dr. Evil? Ducka, 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 ducka. Ah. That's my made-up song. That's a made-up song. You know what? I love my mommy. I love my mommy. I think that's what I need to realize is that I'm taking care of my mommy. Making sure that my mommy is okay. Because I love my mommy. I love my mommy. You have to love someone. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Somebody like you. I still have 2 dots left. 2 dots mean I can still go. 1 hour and 9 minutes. Today is Monday. Good God, today's Monday. We're not at peace. We're taking a war break. You know what? I am enjoying today. I am enjoying today. So I guess Bill has gone, Alex is gone. I was thinking of making a pee-pee song. A pee-pee song. I have to pee-pee, I have to pee-pee. Hurry up, I have to pee-pee. I have to pee-pee, I have to pee-pee. Hurry up, I have to pee-pee. Finish up when you poo-poo. Finish up your poo-poo. Finish up your poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Finish up your poo-poo. Finish up your poo-poo. Finish up your poo-poo, because I have to pee-pee. Finish up your poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Finish up with your poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. Wash your hands when you poo-poo, so you don't get really sick. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. Finish up with your poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Finish up when you poo-poo. Finish up when you poo-poo. Don't forget to wipe. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. It turned into the poo-poo song. It went right from a pee-pee song to a poo-poo song. Hurry up, I have to pee-pee. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, I have to pee-pee. I can feel it creeping out. Hurry up, I have to pee-pee. Hurry up, hurry up, I really have to pee-pee. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up with your poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. I think I'll be a songwriter. That's what I'll do. I'll start to create songs. I'm going to make some songs. Hurry up, I have to pee-pee. I have to pee-pee. Hurry up, I have to pee-pee. Finish up with your poo-poo. Finish up, I really have to pee-pee. I can feel it creeping out. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. Wash your hands, wash your hands. That's a good hygiene song. That's a hygiene song. I've created a hygiene song. Wash your hands when you poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Wash your hands when you poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Hurry up with your poo-poo. I really have to pee-pee. I really have to pee-pee. I can feel it creeping out. I understand you have to poo-poo. I understand you have to poo-poo. I understand you have to poo-poo. So please consider me. Please consider me. Please consider me. I really have to pee-pee. I can feel it creeping out. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. It's a good idea. Wash your hands when you poo-poo. Wash your hands, wash your hands. Wash your hands when you poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. Wash your hands when you poo-poo, and don't forget to wipe. I really have to pee-pee. I really have to go. I really have to pee-pee. I feel the tension grow. I really have to pee-pee. I feel the tension grow. Allow me to cross my legs. Ah, thank you. Now wash your hands. Speaking of poo-poo, oh, bathroom break. Okay, that's where you went. You're allowed to take a bathroom break. Speaking of poo-poo, poo-poo. Wasn't that what Mike Myers said? Mike Myers, like poo-poo. You know, it's like everybody has to poo-poo. There were some signs, weren't there? So-and-so is watching you poop. The Queen is watching you poop. Poop makes me laugh. Poo-poo. Poo-poo. Yay, poo-poo. Red makes me poop. Yay. Yay. We had 3 people, yay! We went from no people to 3 people, yay! You can call me Special Ed. That was the name of that puppet, Special Ed. It made me laugh too, the look on his face. How does that pronounced? Chithichu is watching you poo-poo. Ed is watching you poop. Nelson Mandela is watching you poop. He's having a Mandela effect. Crank Yankers? Yeah, check it out on YouTube. You could do a search for Crank Yankers. They have these comedians. They, it's a puppet show, and what they do is they call people and prank on them. They do prank calls. It's kind of like Jerky Boys. Jerky Boys is also on there. The Jerky Boys. Jerky Boys are pretty funny. I think they're out of New York. They're out of New York, the Jerky Boys. Comedy Central is who produced, I think, the Crank Yankers. Sarah Silverman was in Crank Yankers. Adam Carolla, Jimmy Kimmel. The sun is getting brighter. We have 3 people, but only one is chatting. I seem to harmonica better with one hand. Brings back memories. Cthulhu. I've seen it. I think it's Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Whoa, yeah. We're gonna have a party all night long, all night. Whoa. Once you get started, you can't sit down. Come join our party, feel how great. Dambolite se siboya. Yeah, jumbo jumbo. I think that's how they say hello. Jumbo jumbo. Bumblebee tuna. Dambolite se siboya. Yeah, jumbo jumbo. Where she come, go, we go. Oh, jumbo na. Dambolite se siboya. Yeah, jumbo jumbo. Whoa, yeah, we're gonna have a party all night long. How long have you played? I think in the 90s, somewhere in the 90s. I just pick it up and put it down from time to time. I pick it up and put it down. I just randomly blow into the harmonica and sounds come out. Randomly. I randomly blow into the harmonica and sounds come out. I think that's what it is. You got to really have an interest. You have to be really driven. What drives you? What drives you to play harmonica? What drives you to play the flute? I guess if you want to impress someone, your crush, if you want to impress your crush, or the one you thirst after, I think that's the way they say it now. Thirst. I thirst. Or if you just like the sound of the instrument, I like the sound of electric guitar. You really like my limousine. You like the way the wheels roll. You like my 7-inch leather heels and going to all of the shows. But do you love me? You like the credit cards and private planes. Money can't really take you far. You like the hotels and fancy clothes and the sound of electric guitars. But do you love me? That's a Kiss song. Yeah. Do you love me? The backstage pass and white sunglasses make you look just like a queen. Even the thugs, they know your name from all of the magazines. But do you love me? The Shags. Have you heard of the Shags? No, I haven't. The Shags. I have a bad case of the Shags. The Shags, baby. I shagged and rotten, baby, yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah. That reminds me of Austin Powers. Austin Powers. We're going to steal his mojo. I got a bad shake. I got to talk now. I got a bad case of the Shags, baby. My harmonica smells like Fritos. I kid you not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. My my harmonica, my hamburger harmonica smells like Fritos. They use oil. I'm pretty sure they use oil when they make Fritos. Because I got oil on my fingers. That's right, Fritos scented. Our harmonicas are Fritos scented. Ridley's. I like Ridley's. Ridley's. I've been interested in sigils. They're called sigils. And I made a simple sigil. If I can get my harmonica to behave itself. There we go. I'm going to pull out my sigil. They say a sigil sends a message to your subconscious mind. A sigil sends a signal. A sigil sends a signal to your subconscious mind, and it gets past your critical thinking mind. It gets past your fact checker. Here's what I made. It's a number 8 and the infinity sign. The number 8, I did it with in red ink or red Sharpie, because the red is the number 8 is a lucky number in China. It's a good fortune number in China. And so anyways, you're combining the color and the number, and the infinity sign I made in green. Green symbolizes money. So this is a sigil I made with the number 8. I made a red number 8 and a green infinity sign. And I put it on the back of my business card, my cute little business card. And we'll see what happens. People say that, just put the number 8 on a card and put it under your pillow. And to make a sigil, you have you write out your desire in the present tense. Write out your desire in the present tense, and then omit every vowel and then omit every letter, every consonant that repeats itself, and then you make a design. You can stack the letters on top of each other, and you create the sigil, and it sends a message to your unconscious mind without interference from your conscious mind, your monkey mind, your critical thinking mind. Because sometimes when you say things, if you just say things, your unconscious mind picks up those things that you say. Because again, when you're talking, you're giving out commands. Don't attach any judgment to it. Don't attach any emotion to it. Just say, it feels good. Well, that's kind of attaching emotion. It feels good to be rich. I am rich and I keep getting richer. I am rich and I keep getting richer. And you're stating a fact. And you know what? Your unconscious mind doesn't care. It just obeys commands. I'm really driving this home. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that 95% of our lives are a product of our unconscious mind. Our unconscious mind, I'm really trying to learn a lot about the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind. Because that's why we don't succeed. We don't succeed because our unconscious mind believes otherwise. If you keep saying, I'll never be rich, then you'll never be rich. Because that's a command you're giving to your subconscious mind. All the good ones are taken, you know. If you say that, your subconscious mind goes, okay, all the good ones are taken, you know. I've been seeing a lot of people without tattoos lately. I used to always look at tattoos and see tattoos, and then I start seeing tattoos on everyone. Now I'm seeing people without tattoos. Isn't that funny? Yeah, it is interesting. It's like, wowie. We could just learn how to communicate with our unconscious mind and realize that our unconscious mind is always listening, always. That's my theory about the multiverse theory, or the multiverse. Manifestation happens so fast that it's like, okay, we're seeing things in frames, you know. You can reframe your reality by thinking about what you do want. If you constantly think about what you do want, then you start to manifest what you do want. I want a hamburger. I want to go into Burger King and buy a hamburger. Here I am going into Burger King and buying a hamburger. I just bought a hamburger. Now I'm eating said hamburger, you know. And it's kind of like that. It's like the universe's voice command, you know. Voice command. And you recognize your own voice. They say talk about yourself in the third person, you know. Ed really has no trouble getting money. Ed has no trouble making friends, you know. Ed's car is in peak condition, you know. And just say it like that. And first of all, you recognize your own name, and it's like someone else is talking about you. Athletes do that. Celebrities do that. You know, I've heard they talk about themselves in the third person. You know, they might be onto something. Talk about yourself in the third person. Because then you disconnect. You're no longer saying I. Because all your life you've been saying I, you know. But when you hear your name, your unconscious mind kind of perks up. I got a bug landing on my phone. So there we go. There's our sigil. Our pretty little sigil in 2 different colors. Good for 3D glasses. I put it in my pocket. I put my sigil in my pocket. Sigils are used all the time. like the Starbucks logo. Logos in Greek means to create. Logos. That's where we get the word logo from logos, which means to create. Isn't that interesting? We're creating. I create as I speak, and then I have a logo. And what's interesting is how the universal consciousness it responds, like to the pound sign, the dollar sign, the yin sign, and the stop sign, or all kinds of signs. It's interesting how signs are pretty much sigils. You're not using the written word, you're using symbols. And they say our unconscious mind responds to symbols. Like when you see a stop sign, or when you see that slipping, like wet floor, the wet floor sign. You have a picture of a guy slipping, or the image of a man for the men's restroom, the image of a woman. Everybody understands that, and it's taken in right away. Because if you can't read man in English because you don't speak English, or man in Spanish because you can't read Spanish, or Russian, or all these other languages, they have a picture of a man or a picture of a woman, and everybody knows what that means without question. Mind over matter, yes. But then again, they say matter doesn't even exist. This is solid because it's energy vibrating at this frequency. And it's like, yeah, mind over matter, or mind changing matter. What's the matter? What's the matter? But then they say this is a dream. Life is but a dream. A lot of ancient yogis, I guess, yogis and people who practice all these different faiths, ancient writings, they talk about this life is a dream. It's a hologram. Science says that this is a hologram, a holographic universe. So how real is this reality? You can master reality just by having a new idea of what reality is. Because you're sitting here watching me. Yeah, the Matrix. Not to be confused with your own creation, because there's the Matrix and then there's your own creation. If you take the red pill, you're beginning your own creation. A lot of discoveries about that, The Matrix is the universal consciousness. Everybody agrees that that's a shed over there. Everybody agrees that this is a clip, to hold your chips, keep your chips in a bag. And we can all agree, we all agree that we're paying too much to watch a movie. We all agree that coughs and sneezes spread diseases. We all agree. And that's the Matrix. The Matrix is what we all agree on. And then there's what you personally, that red pill factor, or the choice to take the red pill, that's you stepping out of the Matrix, creating your own reality. And that's what, like tribes in the Congo, tribes in the Amazon, tribes even probably in Australia, the Aborigines. They're their own little matrix. They're their own micro matrix. They group together. They have their beliefs. They have their passions, their, how they view reality. We have the indigenous people here in America, the indigenous people, they have their own beliefs, their own ceremonies, their own their own way, how they handle crimes, how they reward good behavior. And so it's interesting, just if a group of people get together, they can create their own matrix. They can create their own collective consciousness. But then they clash. Collective consciousness clash with each other. That's why you get wars. I'm a Muslim and you're not. I'm a Christian and you're not. So I think once we learn how to harmonize, we can harmonize. I believe this, and then, okay, you believe that, I respect it, but maybe don't force me to believe what you believe, you know. If only you believe like I believe, we'd get by. Oh, if only you believe like I believe, we'd get by. There's so much truth to that song. If only you believe like I believe. But sometimes I believe not like you believe. But that doesn't mean you have to thrust an arrow into my heart. That doesn't mean you have to pound me into the ground. That rhymes, pound into the ground. Yeah. I think that's what it is harmony, that correspondence. What are the Hermetic Principles? Correspondence. You can harmonize yourself with reality and then get more of what you want. Thoughts cause vibrations. They were doing these studies with water, with elements, sound, vibration. Plants even. Plants can flourish under good vibrations, under good conditions. Sadness causes a different pattern, a different vibration, and it's not a healthy vibration. Believe and be alive. Yeah, what do you believe? Because what you believe is having an effect. You're more likely to have an experience because you believe that way. I believe in going to a barbecue. I believe in chilling with my friends. I really believe that. I don't believe in punching each other out. I don't believe in swinging a battle flail and busting someone's skull, Unless they try to bust my skull, then we have a problem. I think that's what it is a lot of people are awakening. That's what Buddha means. Buddha means awakened one. And I think a lot of us are first of all awakening, and then we're on our way to Buddhahood, They are. You know what? Emotions, oh yes, powerful. That's why they say when you're doing magic, have emotion, do things that affect your emotion. And like love, people will heal. They did these experiments with babies, A baby by itself is sick, and then when they put their brother or sister by them, yeah, enlightenment. You become lighter, That's what guru means. Guru means darkness dispeller. So if you are a darkness dispeller, you're a guru. You are a guru. You can be a guru if you start dispelling darkness. A lot of us are living in darkness. We're living in darkness, and we have to, even Thoth, the emerald tablets, the Kabbalion, they talk about seek light, O man. If the light is in you, then these words will reside. I think I'm paraphrasing. If the light is inside you, these words will reside, or something like that. You get my drift. And the light is inside you, and like attracts like. So if the light is inside you, you're just going to seek more light. And then you have other people who are also seeking light. Another good mantra is, what I seek seeks me. And if you think about that, yeah, it's true. What I seek seeks me. So yeah, if you're seeking light, also Hermes says that, what else did he say? It was, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I feel like I'm getting ready. I might not be ready yet. But then again, life can be a teacher. Life, and maybe Hermes is teaching me by me reading his words, listening to his words. Yes, you are. You can draw to you whatever you're sending out. That's from within, you know. As within, so without. No, I mean, experience is a teacher. So maybe the light is in me because these words reside, you know. They say the lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding. So if you're hearing this, you probably have the ears of understanding. I might have the ears of understanding because this wisdom is, I'm finding this wisdom. So if you're finding this wisdom, you probably have the ears of understanding, you know. And these words reside with me, so the light might be in me, you know, that so within, so without. So I was introduced to these. Somebody's trying to break into a car, probably. We'll just wait for that to pass. There we go, and it did. This too shall pass. I like that. This too shall pass. If you're having a bad day, if you have a bad day. Oh, I hear birds tweeting. Birds are tweeting. Tweety birds. If you have a bad day, it too shall pass. I've noticed that about thoughts. You know, if you keep thinking a thought, you energize that thought, and that thought starts to generate an energy all its own. And because you're thinking about it, you're feeding that thought energy. You're feeding it. Wow, that bird. You hear that bird? There's little, I think that's a robin. Robins around here. That's so heavenly, listening to birds. I'm going to sit here and listen to birds. I've been talking a lot. Is reality such a thing as good or a bad day? Some people say, yeah, don't judge it. When something happens, don't judge it, good or bad. Just accept it. Because I think that's what causes us to dwell on something. If somebody comes up and says something rude to us or treats us poorly, don't judge it good or bad. Or don't, yeah, because then you dwell on it. You're having a thought, and then that thought is being energized, and then you start to attract because you're vibrating at a frequency, and then you start to attract more of that anger. You know, that person who was rude to you, you know. You have anger, which is an emotion, which is a vibration, which is an energy, and then it becomes magnetized. These are things I think about. Yeah, I'm causing birds to sing. That's one thing about Nero. Nero fancied himself a performer. And one time he was performing, and then an earthquake hit. And when the earthquake hit, he thought the gods were applauding him. He thought the gods were appreciating his... But you know what? there was an earthquake. What caused that earthquake? Maybe Nero was a good performer. But it's kind of funny that he did that. While he was performing, an earthquake hit, and he thought that it was the gods applauding him or appreciating his performance. So maybe we have an effect on reality. That's what Nero said when he died. He said, "What an artist the world loses in me." And I think, there was another Roman emperor who said that, something along those lines. He said, "Do you think I played my part well? Do you think I played my part well? Then clap as I leave." Do you think I played my part well? Then clap as I leave. I'm not sure which emperor said that. I think it was Julius. I wish I were alive back in those days, as long as they wouldn't punish me. Roman punishment was very harsh. As long as I'm not a criminal, if I'm a Roman citizen and I'm experiencing all that. A Roman citizen. There were a lot of criteria. I think it's criteria. A lot of qualifications. What a way. Yeah. What an artist the world loses in me. That's what Emperor Nero said. Didn't he fiddle as Rome was burning? He blamed it on the Christians. He blamed it on the Christians. Because Christians were competition, I guess. And then it was Constantine. Constantine was the one who, I guess, converted to Christianity. And then I guess King James gathered together all of the scriptures and created the King James version of the Bible. And then they go to the Nag Hammadi library and they found different writings, things that are different. Do you feel that I played my part well? Then clap as I leave. That's kind of sad. People are they're clapping for a good reason. You're dying and they're clapping. If you know which emperor that was, put it in the comments. So I guess there's 2 people. There might be more. So this is for an audience of 1. I know, isn't that funny? You've got the Torah, you've got the Quran, you've got the Sanskrit writings in India. I think, India. You've got the Buddhas, the Lotus Sutra, the Kama Sutra, all these other, they're all different writings from people, and they all have a different take on spirituality, which is part of the micro matrix, and then the grand matrix, I guess. We're all ecosystems, I guess. Yeah, the book of Enoch. It was a scary book to a lot of people. But then remember, history is written by the winners. So the way things really happened, the story may have been changed. Because I hear the Muslims, they acknowledge Jesus, but they acknowledge him as a prophet. They say, yes, Jesus exists, and bless his name, or something like that. So the Muslims acknowledge Jesus, but they don't, they acknowledge him as a prophet. So so wow, all Muslims and Christians, they acknowledge Jesus. So he must have really existed, but everyone has a different take on who he was. My brother talks about that. He's talked to Muslims. He was in Afghanistan, And he also knows some people, I guess, from where he works, who are Muslim, and uh, they they talk about a lot. Yeah, they acknowledge. So it's interesting. Everyone has a different take on who. There we go. Talking about Enoch, he became Metatron. If you study Metatron, they say that Enoch walked with God and God took him. He didn't die, he was taken. And then fast forward to Metatron, is also acknowledged in writings. They say Enoch became Metatron, which is an angel. So it's like a man was translated from being a man to being an angel. Metatron! Sounds like one of the Transformers. Yeah, Metatron. They have his cube also, Metatron's cube. Maybe we should evoke Metatron and see what he has to say. I wonder, see, because some spirits are day spirits and some spirits are night spirits. If Metatron is a day spirit. Also, what day? Sometimes it matters a lot what day you evoke a spirit. Because evoking means they're outside of you. But you know what? There's a reason probably why we're talking about Metatron. They say once you start talking about a spirit, that means they're nearby. When you start taking interest in a spirit, that means that spirit is reaching out to you. Reaching out. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Do some research on Metatron. Enoch was, he actually had a language. It's called Enochian. Enochian, it's a written language. He actually spoke with angels, kind of like King Solomon. King Solomon knew how to converse with spirits. Maybe. He knew how to converse. King Solomon, a lot of magic, modern magic, is based on King Solomon. The different days, like today is a day of the moon. So angels that are associated with the moon, it's a good day to talk to the angels associated with the moon on a Monday. Tomorrow's a Mars day, Tuesday. Wednesday is a Mercury day. Thursday is a Jupiter day. Friday is Venus. And then Saturn day, funny enough. Isn't it interesting? We call Saturn day. Saturday is Saturn day. And then Sunday is Sunday. And so on and so forth. And there's a lot of prayer and preparation before you do a ritual. A lot of cleansing. A lot of preparation and prayer. Making sure that you're not in sin. But then again, that's that tradition. The Kabbalic tradition. And then there is the Kabbalion. I have that audio book on my, what was that? My community. When you click on when you go on my channel, click on community, and you can read, it's an audio book, the Kabbalion. And it's Hermes teaching Kabbalah, yeah. That I think is Hebrew-based, Jewish-based, the Kabbalah. I think Kabbalah means tradition. I studied a little bit of Kabbalah. It was a long time ago. But if you really want to understand things, study the Kabbalion. It talks about the all. The all is in all. All will come back to the all. The emerald tablets, they say that exists on the astral plane. I think that would be cool if we all collectively study that stuff. It would be, because we have to understand the past. We have, or not the past. We have to understand certain principles to see how everything works. You know, like the principle of vibration. Nothing is at rest. Everything moves, everything vibrates. Nothing is at rest. And then we understand how vibration affects things and how our thought. Bathroom break. I might take a bathroom break because I have this my lemon flavored drink. Then I have my Fritos. I wonder where my Canadian friends are, where my English friends are, or my from the UK. It's probably really late right now in the UK. I like the pareidolia. I like looking up to the clouds and seeing different shapes. I just came up with that. Out of the blue, I started going, oh, oh. It made me vibrate at a better frequency. Oh. Fritos. Fritos. So in the description of this video is how I make my money. So if you'd like to patronize, my links take you to multiple videos. No, websites. My links take you to safe websites, safe and secure websites, because I really could use the help. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do so. In the link in the description, there is a donation link. That way I can be doing what I like doing. All my life I wanted to do what I like doing. And this is what I like doing. I like creating content. I like chatting with you all. But you know what? This is probably the seed. This is the seed. Most seeds, it takes a while for them to bear fruit. So right now I need to be patient and let this seed grow and then bear fruit. But you can help me speed up the process by clicking on the links in the description. If you have a pet, and you probably do, there's Kingdom of Pets. The sunshine is on my face right now. I've been doing this for about 2 hours. I need to go check on my dog. I need to go check on my dog. I could probably end this particular. Poor Shaggy. Poor Shaggy's in there and he's probably got a poop or something. bunch. That was their commercial, Fritos. The Fritos commercial was Muncha Bunch. Buncha, 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 bunch. Buncha, buncha, Fritos go with lunch. Buncha, 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 bunch. Buncha, buncha, Fritos go with lunch. Or something like that. And then there's Oscar Mayer. My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day. If you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way of B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Something like that. Bologna. 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 Bologna comes from Bologna. Bologna. I like that word, bologna. Oh, there we go. There's a kitty cat. Kitty cat. Oh, I probably woke her up. Or woke. It's hard to tell now the sex of a cat because when they are neutered, they no longer have the testicles. So I go by how big their head is. If they have a big head, they're usually a male cat. If a male cat has a big head, smaller heads, usually they're female cats. But yeah, a cat minus the balls. That's terrible. Wouldn't it be cruel? Wouldn't it be if creatures were to take us on as pets, but before they could take us on as pets, they would have to remove our testicles or our ovaries. Before you can own a human, it has to be spayed or neutered. Before you can own a human, it has to be spayed or neutered. But then again, I guess when they take us to the vet, they would have to pay for our medical bills. Yeah, that would kind of work out, wouldn't it? If we were taken on as pets, then we wouldn't have to do anything. They'd take us out and let us shit in the yard. They would feed us, house us. But then we wouldn't have to learn anything. These chips are kind of addicting. I'm almost out of these chips. I have jelly beans. They're the gourmet Jelly Belly jelly beans. My God, I should be sponsored. I should be sponsored. That's what I should. Since I like to talk about food, different kinds of food, jelly beans and chips and party mix. I need to ask for sponsors. I need to ask for sponsors. I need some sponsors. I could be sponsored by Ball Wax. If you would really like to wax your balls, here's Ball Wax. Try out this Ball Wax. This show is sponsored by Ball Wax. When you really need to wax your balls. Tommy's Ball Wax. Something like that. Come by Tommy's Ball Wax. Come by. Nose hair clippers. How about that? Wilkinson's nose hair clippers. If you really want to get rid of those nose hairs, clip them. This show is sponsored by Wilkinson's nose hair clippers. There's no ball wax like Tommy's ball wax. You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby. You can have everything you want, but you better not take it from me. In the jungle, it'll bring you to your na knees. Knees. In the jungle. You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. We got your disease in the jungle. I haven't heard that song in a long time. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. In the jungle. It'll bring you to your na knees. Oh, now the good part, when you have to pour the chips into your mouth. That's why you have to be careful how you open the bag of chips. Because you want to be able to funnel it into your mouth. If you tear the bag properly, you will be able to pour it into your mouth. And you can also use it as a roofing shingle. Because all you have to do is tack it down and then lay other bags of chips. You could probably do that. Just get a big old piece of plywood and then tack the chips onto the plywood. And then just do it like you would roofing shingles. And you can bend it in half, like this. And that would be your top roofing shingle. You could start from the bottom up and just layer them, overlap them. I get inventive, see. You can take, you take the bag of chips and you get some tacks and you tack the bags of chips to, I will kiss you. I will kiss you. So, Mumpa, you will kiss me. Okay. I will hold still for a kiss. I will kiss you now. I was just thinking about this, If you have plywood and you want to make a roof, you can just get a bunch of chip bags the same size, and you can shingle your roof with chip bags. Multiple chip bags, and the rain will just roll right off. I wonder how long they would last. Oh, somebody gave me a like. Muchos gracias. Dankeschön. Domo arigato for your like. I gotta wait for my mouth to be not full again. The sun hasn't set yet. I still have time. There we go. That's one less bag of chips. There's now one less bag of chips in the world. because of me. So is Mumpa a subscriber or just somebody who's watching? Somebody who is watching. I like that. I've never had that before. I would kiss you. I would kiss you. Beso. That's how they say it in Spanish. Beso. Dame beso. Gracias para beso. Para español, prima número 3 en este momento. Who's with me right now? Someone left for a bathroom break. And, oh, subscribed. Cool, thank you. I'm getting there. I'm going to get my 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to get my 1,000 subscribers. Then I can make a couple of friends along the way. I really like my subscribers. Subscribers make me want to play my jaw harp. I hope Coco's feeling better soon. Oh, man. I wish I could read Spanish, too. I need to spend more time around Spanish-speaking people. That way I can catch on. Some people try to type Russian also, or they type on my streams. I'll get people from other countries, and I can't always read their written language. I can't read their written language. I can't read good. Please help me make my dream come true. I have always wanted to learn the jaw harp. There's some tutorials, I think, on YouTube. You can get tutorials for all kinds of stuff on YouTube. Play the jaw harp. I guess it takes some skill. And it takes the right kind of lips. Because it makes my nose itch when I play the jaw harp. It makes your face vibrate. My face vibrates when I play jaw harp. What time is it? What time is it where you are? Some people it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Here I think it's like 5 o'clock. If you listen for the jaw harp, you'll hear it in some rock music. I think Aerosmith uses the jaw harp in some of their songs. So I have a whopping 2 viewers right now. A whopping 2 viewers. I just remembered a song. I'm going to get my harmonica out. I'm going to play a song on my harmonica while I'm looking away from the screen. Some people might be trying to chat, maybe or maybe not. Let's see. I just had it. I just had my copy. There we go. It's getting windy out here. You can see the wind blowing the branches. Blow the branches. I think that's close enough. The Marine Corps hymn, the United States Marines. My brother and my dad were both Marines. My brother is a Marine, my dad was a Marine, because he passed away. The Marine Corps. Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. I guess I'm sitting here quietly alone. Ich bin nicht allein. Ich bin nicht allein. Ich hab mein Freund. Ich hab mein Freund. Guten Tag, mein Freund. Ich bin nicht allein. Ich hab mein Freund. I think it's plural. Do they have plural? Freund, mein Freund. Guten Tag, mein Freund. Wie geht's? They don't say wie geht es Ihnen anymore. They say wie geht's. Wie geht's? Bier. Gib mir ein Bier, bitte. Bitte schön. Bitte schön. Dankeschön. Bitte schön. Gib mir ein Bier. Gib mir ein Bier. Ein Bier. Gib mir deine Hand und spiel mit mir. Gib mir deine Hand und spiel mit mir. There is a rainbow around the sun today. There is a bit of an overcast, kind of. I guess you can call it overcast. And there is a rainbow. Spiel mit mir. Ein Spiel. Play with me a game. That's what they're saying. Play with me a game. Gib mir deine Hand und spiel mit mir. Spiel mit mir. Ein Spiel. I need to reinforce my pants. My trousers. My trousers are tearing. I've always wanted to learn the jaw harp. Okay. I guess I'm just sitting here. 2 hours! 2 hours have gone by. I need to go check on Shaggy. My mom left, I guess, to go to my brother's house to get some paperwork done. I am here. I am here. I have an idea. Maybe I can take Shaggy out of the house and put him on his strap. We have a strap that has a hook on it that goes onto his collar, and he can sit out there and sit out there. I'll be out here. Maybe I should go take care of that. Meanwhile, for a brief intermission, I gotta make sure this lid is on. There we go. Pop that lid. I want to make some friends along the way, on the way to monetizing this channel. This channel is not monetized right now. So, I guess I'll make this, help me make my dream come true. My dream is to do what I like to do. Help me make my dream come true. My dream is to do what I like to do. Help me make my dream come true. My dream is to do what I like to do. Gotta go take care of something. See ya. All right. I guess we'll see you later then. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for joining me. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. When they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Who? Frosty the Snowman, that's who. You know what I need to do is sell things. I think I'd be great at selling things. But then I have to get a license too. I have to get a license. I got to get a business license and all that shit. I can't just sit here and sell, go to Sam's Club and buy a bunch of snacks. I can't just go to Sam's Club and buy a bunch of snacks and sit here with a table. I have a table, I've done this before. Make that my job until I start doing what I like to do. I'll have to talk to some people. Here's what I want to do. I want to just set up a table, put a tablecloth on it, and just put candy bars, pins, pins that you put on your shirt. I was doing that for a little while. But then I need customers. I'm not doing very well online right now. Not a lot of people are coming to my links. Eddie's links. Come to Eddie's links. They're in the description. Eddie's links are in the description. You can donate. You can learn about your pets. You can shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up first. That's always made me laugh. I used to hear that. You can shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up first. Let me guess. Let me think about this for a while. I have a choice. I can shit in one hand and I can wish in the other. And I can see which one fills up first. Shouldn't I put on some rubber gloves? Shouldn't I make sure that I have a way to wash my hands? What am I going to do with all that shit? Big Bird. Big Bird. That says it all. He's big and he's a bird. He's a big bird. Wow, that's a big bird. And he can talk. Wow, what a specimen. What a miracle of modern art. Big Bird. Cookie Monster? Is he really a monster? All he does is eat cookies. It's like Ted Bundy is a monster. Jeffrey Dahmer is a monster. Fucking Mussolini is a monster. All he does is eat cookies. I mean, come on, aren't you being a little rough on him? Aren't you being a little rough on that guy? He's just a purple creature with boogly eyes, who eats cookies. Do you have to call him a monster? I mean, good God. Hitler was a monster. Fucking Idi Amin, he was a monster, Fucking, but all he does is eat cookies. And he loves cookies. He loves cookies. Oh, it's so nice. It's like, wow. This is how you vibrate at the right frequency. Sit outside. Sit outside and just look at the sky. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Wouldn't that be horrible if you got hit by Superman's shit? Superman's flying up in the air, and he also suddenly has to take a shit. And he does. And it hits you. It hits your rooftop. It lands on your windshield. It's like, you should get insurance then. Your insurance should cover Superman shit. If Superman shits on my shield, am I covered? If Superman shits on my windshield, am I covered? Sure, you're in good hands with Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate, you know? That's a good question. If Superman shits on my windshield, am I covered? Do you imagine, Superman has a good Taco Bell meal, kryptonite-free Taco Bell meal, and all of a sudden he has to shit, and there's no toilet, there's no toilet way up in the air. He's able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, you know? And he's up there, and he's got to shit, and he does, and it's like, you're walking along, and all of a sudden this shit just hits the sidewalk and splatters a little bit. That can only be from one person. Nobody else can fly, unless it's a Boeing bomb, like in Joe Dirt, Boeing bomb. That's a Boeing bomb. That's not a meteor, that's a Boeing bomb. But then again, how big can Superman's asshole be? He's just Superman. He's probably got an average size asshole, Then maybe Superman would have to wear a diaper, Or maybe shit before he flies. Superman is required to shit before he flies. I made myself laugh. I made myself laugh at that. I never thought about that, Isn't that worth considering? Superman flies. He flies, but then he's probably flying for a long distance and he doesn't have time to stop. He's off to save Lois Lane, Lois Lane needs to open a jar of pickles or some shit like that. And Superman has to fly over so they can open her jar of pickles. Wouldn't he just smash that jar of pickles? He would have to be very delicate, wouldn't he? He'd have to be very delicate. He'd have to be very careful not to break that jar of pickles. And then he's got to save somebody from some robbers, Lex Luthor. I think if I were Superman, I'd be careful to gather up all of my enemies. Gather up all of my enemies. Because they can acquire kryptonite. Batman used kryptonite on Superman, which was bullshit, It's like, you pussy. Got to use kryptonite on Superman. You got to use kryptonite, you pussy. Got to gas him with kryptonite. But then again, Superman should have used his heat ray vision, He knows Batman has a gun that shoots kryptonite gas. Wouldn't it be wise to use his heat ray vision to melt that fucking gun? To just melt that gun. That's what I would do. If I were Superman and I saw Batman pointing a gun at me, I would just melt that gun. I would just melt that. No matter what it shot. It could shoot rubber bullets, I don't know. Happy gas, whatever. But it's like, if I see Batman pointing a gun at me, I would just melt that gun. Use my heat ray vision. Say, what's up now? Now that you got a melted gun. Come over there and give you a wedgie. Give you like a super wedgie with that Batman. Why is Batman fighting Superman in the first place? Aren't they at the Hall of Justice? Chilling at the Hall of Justice? Aren't they just chilling at the Hall of Justice? Batman has to get a kryptonite gun. How would you give Batman a wedgie? Well, he does have his underwear on the outside. He does have his underwear on the outside. It depends on if it's the old, like Adam West Batman. If it's the Adam West Batman, you could probably do that. Because he's got that cloth underwear. But the like the Michael Keaton Batman, he's got that plastic outfit, you know, or the Val Kilmer Batman, he's got that plastic suit. Then he just ripped the plastic right off, you know, rip the plastic off and give him a super spanking. Give Batman a super spanking. Bruise that bat ass. Bruise that bat ass. Spank that bat ass. Give Batman a spanking. Because, hey, he's willing to use kryptonite on our Superman. On our Superman, he's willing to use kryptonite on Superman. So just rip that rubber suit off and spank his bat ass. I'm making myself laugh. I'm making myself laugh today. I gotta make myself laugh. Michael Keaton was Beetlejuice. Batman was made by Tim Burton. Tim Burton, Batman, and Beetlejuice was also made by Tim Burton. And Michael Keaton was Batman and Beetlejuice. Tim Burton likes to use the same characters, I've noticed. Because Edward Scissorhands, wasn't that a Tim Burton movie? And then there's Johnny Depp was also Willy Wonka, which is also a Tim Burton movie. They're making a second Tim Burton Beetlejuice. Yeah, they're making another Beetlejuice, like a sequel to Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice Revisited. That's one thing you have to say 3 times in order for Beetlejuice to show up. He was like a spirit, a person exorcist. He would exorcise people. I guess I've been on nobody's come back. Oh well. I hope you all had a good time. Have a great day.